Hey folks, JD here, and we're going to revisit this guy for a couple of reasons. One, because I have my Android device with me today. As you will remember, when I took this up a couple of days ago, the iPhone app wasn't very good. I also found the iPhone wasn't very good. And what I mean by that was the signal relay was absolutely terrible. It was clear line of sight, and still I had to be within 6 foot of this thing in order to control it properly with my phone. And I brought the transmitter as well, should we want to use that just for a little cheeky flight. But I thought today I'm going to use the Android app on my Android phone and take this guy up and see exactly if there's a difference. I'm also going to try the iPhone again and see if there's a difference in that also. So let's just do it. Okay, so as we had so much trouble with this last time on iOS, that's the first thing I'm going to try. So we're going to connect back to the Wi-Fi of the quadcopter. Yeah, it's doing that automatically. Great stuff. Brilliant. And now we're going to open up the Syma Go app. And I'm going to try again. Now this app hasn't been updated since the last time, but I have uninstalled it and reinstalled it. So, got a little bit of video, yeah, got a little bit of video going. So now I'm not going to record any video because all I want to see is whether or not at range this thing is still quite difficult to control from my smartphone, and then we'll go over to Android and see where we go. So I'm just going to start up the motors here, then push the up arrow, and up she goes. Now, last time I had no trouble whatsoever in recording from where I stand. Where I did have an issue was at range. So if I was to take her out a little bit, then I couldn't control her using the app very well at all. So I'm going to try this again. So I'm just going to take her down a little bit. Gradually, every single time a little bit more. I already think that's a little way further than last time. Take it down a little way further again. Okay. Let's take it down a little way further again. Okay, that looks a lot better than before. It was a little bit difficult to turn then. I tried to turn her right and she wouldn't turn for some reason. Let's take it down a little bit more. Okay. That's a lot nicer. That is a lot nicer than before. Because before I had to stay within at least 6 foot of it in order for the quadcopter to work with my movements on the app. Now I've taken her straight the way down and she has worked without any issue, and she seems okay. She seems good. So yeah, all in all, I quite like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just land her. Go on, land, 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 land. There we go, brilliant. Now, what I'm going to do this time is we're going to take this guy and we're going to attach him to my Android phone and we're going to take him back up as well. I've not tried a Syma copter on Android, so let's see exactly how it goes. And now, once again, as we saw with the other one, it's going to come up and say, this is an open network. Do you want to stay connected? Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to say, yes, I do. Thank you very much. Don't ask me again, yes. And now, we're going to scroll through the myriad of apps on here and open up Syma Go. Now then, click start. Got a bit of video, yeah, bit of video. So let's start up the motors and let's take her up. Okay, so how are we looking to begin with? Well, to begin with, we are looking like an app that's controlling a phone. Sorry, an app that's controlling a quadcopter. What the hell am I on about? Okay, let's turn her around a little bit. Now this seems a little bit stuttery, a little bit. It's relaying well, it's just not as well as it would be on iOS. Okay, so let's do what we did with iOS. Let's take her from somewhere quite close. And then let's give her a little bit of distance every single time. And let's see how we do with that. So then let's turn around at the halfway mark. And then let's take her back up to me. And then take her a little bit further again. Turn her around. Yeah, that's good. That's good. There's no distance issues with this at all. And then a little bit further, right the way down to the halfway mark, right the way down past the halfway mark rather, to the large semicircle on the floor. And then once again. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay, brilliant. Let's bring her in. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so we've seen it on iOS, we've seen it on Android. Let's take a back up very, very shortly with the transmitter again. There we go, nice little landing. Alright, so the same as what we've done with the other times we've flown her, we just turned her off, and now we're going to turn her back on, turn on the transmitter, single 1 up and 1 down motion then to bind her. The sun's quite strong, I can't see the LEDs. Okay, so there we go. And with that, we're going to just do 1 button takeoff. Up she goes. Syma copters with the transmitters are absolutely brilliant. Every single time they are absolutely brilliant. I'm really quite glad that since taking her back up on the iOS device and on the Android device, that she flies just as well. Just so much fun can be had. Okay, so once again, there's no issues. There never was any issues using the transmitter. I just wanted to take her back up. A good excuse to take her back up and have another little flight. So yeah, there we go. Really quite good. Really quite happy with her. Stable as you like. Look at that. Beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Alright then, let's bring her down and then let's go for a verdict. So single 1 button to land, and there she goes. Perfect. Alright then, so thoughts? Well, yes. 100 times yes. Last time we flew her, we had issues with the iOS device, and obviously I hadn't brought my Android phone with me that time, and couldn't have any distance. That was the problem, so I had to stay within about 6 foot of the quadcopter, which, you know, I don't like doing that. So this time I uninstalled the app, reinstalled it on iOS, and left it exactly the same on Android, and yeah, worked fine. iOS, perfect. Android, perfect. This, perfect. Yeah, I really like him. I really like him a lot. Now obviously from this point what I'm going to do as well, I'm just going to take this back up a couple more times in the future and see if we get the same results, because we've had a little bit of a wandering result for the start. We're going to see if we do get the same good result all the way through, or if she does, when the weather is altered, if she does play up again. Hopefully she won't. She doesn't seem as if she's going to be. She does seem to be a great copter like her brothers and sisters, the X20 and the X21. So there we are, folks. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD. You've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.